What's going on, YouTube? Hayden back, making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we will be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. I want to shout out Rob Merrifield for commenting his favorite altcoin. Just for, I guess, future purposes, if you guys want to be shouted out in the next video, make sure to comment a coin that isn't one we review every day. So other than the blue chip stocks, Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, comment something like Theta, Zcash, Cardano, Stellar, so we can have something to review other than like Litecoin, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. But again, shout out to you, Rob Merrifield. Sorry for the miscommunication. Let's get on with today's episode. So I'm on the coin market cap right now, and I am just refreshing the page right here. And as you guys will notice in 1 second when this loads, you'll see that the coin market cap is still around $330 billion. So not much money has moved in or out of the market in the past day or 24 hours. Interesting enough, though, the Bitcoin dominance has stayed the same, if not gone up slightly at 38.7. So yeah, it's definitely gone up, nearing that 40% range that it's usually in the past few months. But for the most part, we are having an up day. A lot of coins are up in the market. Bitcoin up 1%. Ethereum up 3%, whereas Litecoin kind of neutral, not really moving that much. We see IOTA up 10%. And otherwise, we are at a big difference. We have Litecoin at 6.6 billion, EOS at 11 billion, so around a $4.4 billion kind of gap. So we'll see if we can bump past and get back into 5th place, if not into 3rd place, but I know that's going to take quite a while. But let's just jump right into the TA right now. And then I have an article that is somebody else's opinion in, I guess, the TA field. So one thing to look at on Litecoin is you can see we're having these dips. You'll notice we're having these waves. So we are holding a bottom on this descending triangle. But if you notice, like, we're having this big wave here. Then we have a smaller wave. We have an even smaller wave, which is interesting because you can see we're having a lot of downward pressure. And you'll notice now we're looking for an even smaller wave again. And usually when we have waves like this, it builds a lot of pressure up. And usually when we head into a region, into a smaller region, the steam boils, the water boils, steam builds pressure, and then eventually we pop and we move up. Now you'll notice that we did have some slight consolidation over here. We did go up, but it was quite long, so we could look for something like that before we see a pop upwards like we see over here. But for the most part, we are looking quite well. I'm not too worried. I was a little bit in the past, not too long ago. Well, I did not mean to draw that. I was worried a little bit in the past, not too long ago, because of the downtrend we had, the spiraling downtrend. But you'll notice that we did have a D, and now we're looking to move upwards. I know we are still kind of chilling in that region. The longer we hang out there, the more worried I'm going to get. But hopefully we can stay above this line, if not stay above this line, but for the most part stay in this triangle. And I'd like to just see some push upwards, some volume pushing us higher up to retest E, as well as that high-low MMA that's coming in. But you'll notice we are at around 37 on the stock RSI, so that is looking quite well. It was nice when we did cross over on the green band, but you can clearly see that has reversed since. But we do have this downtrend. We do have a trend line that is pushing us down as well. So I am looking to break above that and move to that E point right here. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is looking quite well, and it's nice to see that, mainly because when volume moves into the market, if volume moves into Bitcoin, Litecoin is indefinitely going to go up. Litecoin is like a shadow to Bitcoin. Usually if Bitcoin goes higher, Litecoin is going to do the same. And that's a really good indicator the volume is moving into the crypto space right now. But what's nice to see right now is we are moving upwards. You can see we're looking for the E point right now and then potential breakout or a retest on the top of the triangle and then a break upwards. But for the most part, you'll notice we are moving up. We are not hanging out at the bottom. Litecoin is slowly hanging out, consolidating in this region, which usually is an indicator that when coins like to consolidate, you'll see like this, we do tend to burst very quickly and move upwards or in the down direction. But just a lot of pressure being built right now. The fact that we are kind of hanging out like we did before. Literally, that is exactly what we did. Price went stagnant and then we popped up. Price is going stagnant again. Hopefully we can pop up to E, if not break out of E and just go upwards. That's what everybody's looking for. But Bitcoin as well. Price is slightly moving upwards now. We had our touch to D. We can fix that slightly. And now we are slowly climbing back up to E and then hopefully break out to that high-low MMA, retest at around 88.71. Lastly, let's look at Ethereum. So interesting enough, Ethereum is slowly starting to do better. Price is still consolidating. Interesting, we are hitting the trend line, the downtrend has formed ever since, I want to say, May 5th. So it's been about a month of consolidation. Tomorrow will be June 1st. And we'll see whether or not we can break out and move up to that 650 high-low MMA. We are quite low, right around the 40 on the stock RSI, but for the most part, we are moving in a good direction. We're definitely challenging this downtrend right now, so it will be nice to see if we can break above that. That's what I'm looking for. But you can see we did try and break through, but the pressure, the bears have pushed us down below it again. So we're going to see whether or not we can break through that. So I do want to look at an article. This was by Rakesh. Don't know how to pronounce her last name, sorry. Basically, kind of just explaining more of the TA, maybe has some stuff that I might have missed. But I guess we'll look at a few. We'll look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, because those are the three we're discussing today. So we can see that we are clear that Bitcoin can be purchased on dips because it offers great risk to reward ratio. Purchased anywhere between 6,000 to 7,000, we believe that it is in consolidation as long as it stays above 6,075. A break of this level will be negative and will attract further selling. So if we look at Bitcoin again, 6,075 is quite low, guys. I don't even know why I brought that up. 6,075 is way down here that he's talking about in that price level. But it is looking quite well. We are moving up. Let's go back to the article. We are, it says, we recommended buying the leading cryptocurrency on a sharp fall between 7,000 in previous analysis, but the bulls held on to the $7,100. The current rebound will face resistance downtrend line above the 20-day EMA, which is at 7,963. So I'm just going to zoom in on this for us so we can get a better look if it lets me. There we go. Okay. Here we are. So you can see we have a downtrend right now. We are in a symmetrical triangle, but we do have a downtrend currently. So we will be facing that at around that $7,000, maybe $500, $400 region. Are quite low on the stock RSI again. So that is a good note as well. But we are quite bouncing off this symmetrical triangle that's forming. So we're going to see where the price takes us. We are kind of in the middle where that high-low MMAs are. But we're definitely going to have to see what happens. It says the Bitcoin USD pair has given a tradable bounce close to the 30 levels on the RSI for the past year and a half. Until proven otherwise, we believe that this trend will continue. The next dip from the overhead resistances will offer us a buying opportunity. It is advisable to watch for a couple days. So you can see where it's talking about that 30-day. Around the 30-day, we seem to bounce off of it. So it says Ethereum broke below support line, which we mentioned in a few videos ago. Broke below support line of the descending channel on May 28th, but the bears could not follow up on their selling at lower levels. As a result, the digital currency rebounded sharply on the very next day, erasing all the losses. So that was quite nice. You can see the bounce right there. The rebound will face selling at higher levels as the 20-day EMA has turned down and has completed a bearish crossover. The next dip will give us a better idea whether the decline has ended at 492 on May 28th or it will be extended to $464 levels. Once we get the confirmation of the bottom, we shall recommend a long position on the Ethereum. Can't speak right now. But you can see how we have these price levels right here. And we dropped to quite around the middle. You can see the support that's been right here. and that's why we bounced up off of it, and now we are kind of hanging out around that 61% level on that red band. But you can see the downtrend that it is in, so I am looking for it. They drew it at the top here, but I kind of drew it at this. You can see where that resistance is. That's where I drew it. You can see on Ethereum right now. So they have the triangle more like here, but there's only 2 touches, so I'm not really sure. That may be a second line of resistance, but you can see how we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have numerous touches to this downtrend, so that's why I'm considering that to be resistance, and maybe after it breaks out of that I'll just move it up slightly. But lastly, let's just check out Litecoin and see what that has to say. So it says Litecoin has held the 107 support levels once again, but it is facing resistance at the downtrend line. Even if this level is crossed, it will face resistance on the 20-day EMA at 129. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I was talking about before, that Litecoin will face some resistance in this region. It said 129, which is quite low, but I think on the high-low MMA scale, we'll start to face resistance in this region at around 150 to 155 based on those high-low MMAs. We shall consider to a buy only after Litecoin sustains above 129 for a couple of days. On the downside, if the 107 level breaks, it will be a signal of a descending triangle pattern, though its pattern targets are way lower. So let's hope that we do not break lower, but if we do, I'll have to make some videos about that. But you can clearly see that descending or that downtrend line within a bigger triangle. But that's going to sum up the video for today, guys. If you guys like what you saw, please subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and leave a comment below telling me what your favorite altcoin is. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow. Signing out.